PowerPoint presentation. I think you caught on that this is the right class that you're in. So you did well in that test. So you passed that one. So let's see if you can pass these other quantitative tests that we have in this course. Okay? You guys have to become rate of return, right? Of what we're working on here. So take your notes and put this one in your heart. It's in your book. Obviously, this is number, the PowerPoint is in this book under tab 1. So you can take notes and make sure you remember this. Important in your life. So integrity results in relationships. As I go through life, work with different people, and the people that you're going to see in this course, the outstanding guests that we're going to have, every single one of them, when you start a meeting, okay? You're on a call. I was on a call with the chairman of the board of Syracuse University last week, 2 hours, one-on-one. First half hour of that call was about bonding. I wanted to see if you liked me. I liked him, the way he thought. When Mike Mullen became Joint Chief of Staff, and he was working with Obama. Mike Mullen said, all I wanted to know is if we thought the same way in the first meeting. So when you meet people, don't try to rush and get in their pockets to raise money or to do whatever. Try to get the engagement with that person. And the first thing is, if you don't have the integrity, forget the rest of the stuff. You're not going to get to the relationship. Because the top 0.1% of the people in the country, other than the Madoffs and the other scum, this is where it's at. The top people are not sleazy. So we need to keep working on that. I want to tell you about this guy. Again, back to the stories. My best friend for 30 years. David graduated from Washington with his first degree and then Cornell undergrad. And he graduated, went out to Jet Propulsion Lab in California. He was at Caltech. And we were working out on a track there. I just graduated from college, and I had a Syracuse across it, and he had a Cornell stick. And we were throwing the ball around. We became friends on the field. And he said, let's go have a beer tonight. So I said, all right. So we went and had a Heineken together. And then the first meeting, this is within a couple minutes of getting into the bar and having a beer, 23 years old, or obviously thinking of other things at that point, in the bar. But he says to me, so what are you going to do the rest of your life? This is where you guys are at right now, each one of you. Okay? He says, what are you going to do the rest of your life? Let me start. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. He says, I'm going to go up to Stanford and get a master's degree in aeronautical engineering. I'm thinking, sure. He says, if I do that, I'm going to go to become an astronaut, fly in space 3 times. And once I become an astronaut, fly in space 3 times, I'm going to run a major corporation. He's 23 years old. I'm going to run a major corporation. Then I'm going to go be head of NASA. Then after running NASA, I'm going to be the president of a major university. And he says, so what are you going to do? You know? Let's go chase girls instead or whatever. I don't want to talk about what I want to do. So we were laughing, and I told him what I wanted to do. I had very similar goals in totally different directions. So we became friends. He said, look, you support me, I'll support you the rest of our lives. Every time you get down, give me a call, because I'll get you fired up. So David went on to Stanford. Then he got a Harvard degree after that. He worked his way up. He was one of the top 3 guys at a significant corporation, big company. He was asked by Senator Nelson, who was picking a few years back the replacement for Golden, to be head of NASA. And David was in the final three. David goes over to NASA, to the Capitol, and Senator Nelson's interviewing him, and he says, "You're in the final three. Why do you think we should pick you over the other two?" David looks at him and says, "I'll take the job in 5 years. I have something else I'm working on right now, but I think you ought to take Mike Griffin. Mike Griffin would be a good choice." Nelson's looking at him. "Why don't you want him?" He says, "I think it's the best for the country that Mike Griffin gets it right now, and then I'll take over from Mike." And he walks back out to his car at the Capitol and looks back and thinks, "Wow, everyone else was lobbying for this job, and I just told the senator, because I know I could have gotten the job. I would have said the right things. But I just told him that my friend Griffin should get it." So David was driven on integrity and high esteem and trust. And everyone at NASA knew that this was the guy because of this was instilled in him as a young kid and as a man. Okay? So he was working his way up. He was going to be announced to be the CEO of Corporate Sciences shortly after this. He had run 1,000 miles that year. Guy was in incredible shape, quite a friend. I get a call. David. Look, Terry, it's low. Hey, what's up, man? Come on. Hey, I've got some bad news. I got colon cancer. Come on. You can, this is not, everybody can get colon cancer. He was dead in a year. Okay? And all this stuff would have happened. Everything he said. He could have been the president of Stanford. He could have done anything. He was going. But life is short. He and I used to, when he was dying, have incredible talks about everything I talked about in the first hour. About if we don't live our lives this way, this is a very boring life. We got to go for it. So my point is, you guys are my replacement for this guy. Okay?